Hello, welcome to another Real Raw Moment, and tonight's is about something about my core alienator. That should hook you. But before I get into it, let's get into what I am not. I'm not a lawyer, doctor, therapist, or any accredited body that could be used in your case against your alienator or anybody else. I am a human being who has experienced parental alienation twice. I've been in the court system for longer than I'd like to admit, and I believe that everything that I think someone else is thinking too, and I'm just here to say it. So, got that out of the way? That was the fastest I've done yet. Oh, as the internet says, this is for information and entertainment purposes only. All right, let's dive into tonight's topic. And it's one that's been on my heart, as many of them are for quite some time. And I wanted to bring it forth tonight because I think it is a worthwhile conversation to have. And here it is. I felt like it deserved that. I don't know. My core alienator's partner has been following me online and commenting on not only my own posts, but key parental alienation advocates posts. Again, say that 5 times fast. Let that sink in. My core alienator's partner is commenting on my own posts on various social media outlets, as well as on key alienation advocates posts. So let's dive into it. All right. I can already hear the chirping saying, well, why haven't you blocked them? Why haven't you blocked them? Why haven't you blocked them? Well, here's why. 1, I have nothing to hide. And 2, and here's where it's going to get a little interesting. I want to know your comments below. I hope that she is learning about parental alienation, starting to understand what's gone on, and is having a change of heart. I'm going to let that settle in for everybody here because I can hear everybody. I can hear everybody. And I want to hear you, by the way, comment below because I do want to hear you. Your questions, your comments, concerns, doubts, support, hopefully support. We'll see. So this person has not always commented on things online. It does actually come in conjunction with some court-initiated things, which leads me to believe that what my hopes and dreams are about this situation probably aren't true, but I remain eternally hopeful. Why do I remain eternally hopeful? Well, this person had influence over my children and certainly has had influence over my alienated son, whom I've not seen in 3 years. She's essentially, for all intents and purposes, the best of my knowledge, been the mother figure to him. So, yeah, let's just, right? Everyone feeling that? Yeah. Look, just because I do these videos, which once again, a reminder, these are my real raw moments, my thoughts, my feelings, my experiences, and nobody else's, doesn't mean I'm not affected by what I am talking about. So I want to be very clear about that. It doesn't mean that I like it, doesn't mean I have to like it, doesn't mean it's comfortable, but it also doesn't mean it's taking me down for the count. So yes, there is a part of me that really has to state in my best news anchor voice that this person has been the mother figure to my alienated child for the past 3 years, including, and not limited to, attending his graduation and seeing him off to university. News at 11. All right, we're done with that. I need to be a little jokey there because it does get to me. You know, I'm human. It says I'm human. Let's just leave it at that. So, part of what I do in life, and I get actually criticized for this, is trying to see everybody's story from all angles and not just throwing up red flags or judgment based on one comment or even a series of occurrences. I like to get to the root cause and the root intent in this case. Now, again, like I said, there's a correlation. It lines up, right? Court-initiated thing, suddenly comments within a day of that happening and beyond to present day. So what do I feel about it? Well, do I feel it's intentional? Well, obviously it's intentional. Look at the dates. But here's what I hope. I hope it's coming from a place of curiosity. I hope it's coming from a place of questioning what's gone on in the past 3 years in particular. I hope that this person is acting independently of the core alienator, and that the core alienator actually doesn't know that they're inquiring about this at all. Now, I'll also be honest with you and state that while I say this, and this is my hope, I want to be very clear. I have no desire to perpetuate, to keep any sort of ill will, alienation conflict, high conflict, divorce conflict, money conflict, you name it. Not really interested. I've got more things to do with my life. And I've spent way too much time in the court system defending myself, my life, my parenting, and everything else at the behest or the cause of my core alienator. So I'm kind of over it, right? Maybe the first time I was in court, I was all for justice and we're going to get this fixed. And then I found out the court system really fucking sucks. Pardon my language. And it doesn't work the way you think it's going to. It is definitely unevenly, the playing field is not even. I don't even think we're playing on the same playing field half the time. Yeah. Someday, when I tell my story, don't worry. You'll find out exactly what I mean. But let's bring it back in. I'm getting a little off topic there. Let's bring it back into my core alienator's partner commenting on my own posts, commenting on key alienation advocates' posts, and even friends of mine's posts that are public that are in the alienation world with me. When it first started, I actually was baffled by it. And to this day, it doesn't actually make sense. Well, hang on, it kind of does, but I'm going to get into that in a second. I was baffled because it came out of the blue. Now, as everybody knows, well, I mean, if you're watching for the first time, you don't know, but I am a huge advocate in parental alienation. It's all over my LinkedIn. I run a support group every Sunday. I do videos. I coach people one-on-one pro bono. I mean, there's a lot that I do in support of alienated parents in particular. My advocacy is for alienated and targeted parents, and alienation and targeted parents of all degrees. So not the 100, not just the 100% like I am, but the 20, 30, 40, 50, you get the idea. Every case is different. Every story is unique. So I work a lot with people who have been in my position or are in my position about how to metabolize the hellish world that they're living in, that they never expected that they're going to be living in, do not know how to deal with it. Their world has stopped for all intents and purposes. Those are the people that I work with, and I love it. Not only do I believe I'm helping other people, it helps me. If you're thinking about becoming an advocate when you're ready, let me tell you, it's a beautiful thing that you can do for yourself, as well as help other people. But again, let me bring it back. Once I got over my shock, I just sat back and thought about it. And again, what I want it to mean likely isn't what it means. In fact, I'm 99% sure that it's not what it means. But a girl can dream. What bothers me about it is it's such a blatant attempt to appear as though they care about the effects of alienation. Yeah, I said it. Because this person is claiming that they are alienated. Yeah, I said that too. And without getting into my case at all, I'm just calling that out right now. So I actually do know the intent and purpose behind what they are posting and doing, and it's escalated since January. It's not just one thing here or there. Sometimes it's every day. Sometimes it's multiple times a day, and it is blatant comments on my own posts that are mocking me. But this is what narcissists do. This is what narcissists do. And here's why this is happening. Here's why I believe that this person is escalating. The parties aren't getting what they want from me in court, and the parties aren't getting what they want from me online. Meaning, I'm not feeding into it. I'm not responding. If I do respond, I ask questions because I'm actually not bothered by it. Now, let me say this, and for those who are watching, including said person, I'm sure, I'll give you a little nugget of, yeah, I'm going to feed your narcissism just a little bit. Did it bother me for a while? Absolutely. That is a human response. We're all human. Once I metabolized it, once I absorbed it and looked at all sides of it, I realized where it's coming from. Now, I'm not going to give away all of my theories and stuff here because, stuff. And I also want your honest comments about what you think this is about, what you think is going on here, and have you dealt with this in your own experience? Narcissists escalate when they're not getting fed. And by being fed, I mean you're not showing fear, you're not capitulating, you're not giving in. And it's not that you're showing that you don't give two fucks, because that's not the case. I will say it's not the case in my case. I don't need to bait anybody into feeling a certain way. All I need to do is stay in my lane, speak the truth, document the truth, and move forward. Now, for those who are saying, well, the truth doesn't necessarily matter, Natalie, yeah, that's absolutely true in the court system. Sadly, it is. I get what you're saying. What I'm talking about right now is within my own soul. How I get up in the morning and how I go to bed at night, and how I operate within my life. I've learned a lot over the years about, as many of us have in alienation, about coercion, coercive control, legal abuse, financial abuse, emotional abuse, narcissistic traits. We all know them. We've gotten to know them all too well. And I really wish I didn't. Although, I'm a little thankful now that I do, because it certainly has helped me weed people out in my life that I no longer want in my life. That's another video for another time. But once again, see, I'm rabbit trailing. Here's why. This is actually a trauma response. I came on this video with the intention of talking about something very specific, which I am, and that is my CORE-ALIENATOR'S partner is commenting on my own posts about alienation and other key alienation advocates' posts intentionally, with the intention of stating that they are an alienated party. But I hope in this process that they're realizing exactly what has gone on. And if they don't yet, that they remain open, as I remain open, to try and understand why this person or any party would be doing this in the first place. I always want to give the benefit of the doubt. And here is where I give the benefit of the doubt to my CORE-ALIENATOR'S partner. I believe that she does not have a clue what's going on. Now, I don't say that as an excuse for this person. I believe that they're being fed a story by a narcissist that knows no bounds. And they choose to have blinders on and believe it. Not do their own research, not ask questions, not try to be informed. They're on a righteous crusade. That's what I call it. That's what I call PA enablers, who are partners and close family members. They're on a righteous crusade. They're carrying the torch for the alienator without ever looking as to how the match was lit in the first place. So many videos to do here. So I have to wrap this up. We have to do this in under 15 minutes, and now we're coming in close. So here's my advice. Don't let them rattle you. Be curious, not furious. Hope that while they may be antagonizing you, and yeah, it happens, don't get me wrong, I've got so many stories, trust me, that maybe there'll be a little crack, a little source of light that will make them think second about what they're doing. Comment below.